exciting episode of The Paisley Show. Today's show is all about food. I never considered myself a particularly adventurous eater until I moved to Japan. Now, before we left, my husband and I agreed that we'd be willing to try anything once, and I'm glad we did. A lot of the things I had while I was there were really delicious, and I found some new sort of comfort foods. I think that digging into local cuisine is a really good way to experience a new culture. And I'd love to hear what some of your favorite foods are, so leave those in the comments. I always want to try a new dish or a new recipe. But let's get to the show. Willie Houston is here. Dina Jacobs is also going to stop by and teach us a really delicious and easy cookie recipe that won't kill your diet. So stick around, you don't want to miss it.
It's a white hot winter night. Got the blinds closed, records playing, the wine flows. I'll be staying all night so we can make another memory. Why not on a winter night? Wind gathers the snow in piles of down. I don't care about the cold outside. We're knee to knee and brow to brow on a cowhide rubber land fireside. Why not on a winter night? Got the blinds closed, records playing, the wine flows. I'll be staying all night so we can make another memory. Why not on a winter night? Mooney's the beach and I've got you, the cure for all of my Jack Frost blues. Got the blinds closed, the records playing, the wine flows. I'll be staying all night so we can make another memory. Why not on a winter night? Why not on a winter night? Why not on a winter night? On a white hot winter night.
I met Dina Jacobs when we were living in the small town of Nihama in Japan. We went on many adventures and had many hijinks together, whether it was biking through the hills of Ehime or singing Auld Lang Syne at the top of our lungs, drunk on the streets of Tokyo on New Year's Eve. Dina is a talented artist. I have one of her pieces here. She also made this gorgeous zine. She works in mixed media, painting, illustration, and collage. She's also a DJ with a vast record collection, as well as an accomplished professional chef. That must be her calling now. Please welcome Dina Jacobs.
It's like the perfect dance party kitchen for us. And look what I got in the mail before we like kick it all off.
Yeah!
Yeah! I'm so excited. So these are good cookies. I'm glad I wasn't like, here's an hour-long cake to bake. They're like
Yeah.
10 to 12 minutes tops. So it's 1 egg, half a cup of tahini. The next one is the almond flour. It's going to be 3/4 of a cup. So next up is just like an unsweetened cocoa flour. And you're going to need half a cup of that, or cocoa powder, sorry. Like half a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of baking powder. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then the last one is chocolate chips.
Okay.
Let's together start just adding all these things into the bowl.
Working, my legs are jerking. I shuffle and fool. If I don't quit dancing, got a chance at romancing and keep you off of that bar stool. I got 12 bars.
You're just gonna like drop it down onto that pile of sesame seeds. So they're very ooey gooey because we didn't set them up in the fridge. So I'm just gonna grab a little spatula, and that way I can take the cookie and put it onto my baking tray. So I would take this opportunity with like a finger that's wet from a little bowl or something, just to go around and neaten up the sides a bit, because otherwise they'll get too crispy. They'll get too overdone. Yeah, I'm a salty lady,
You are a salty lady.
right?
We're doing these at 350 for 10 minutes.
So I'm just gonna walk off screen here and pop them in the oven.
We're gonna put them in the oven.
Yeah.
They smell so good too.
Good. So I've pulled out a cooling rack, but if you don't have a cooling rack, you can just like pull the parchment paper onto a surface that can handle some heat.
I just so happen to have a cooling rack. That's our buzzer, so I think we should maybe take these babies out.
All right.
Oh, they smell really good.
It's my favorite bit. So see, they've spread a little bit, but not too much. And I'm gonna let them cool a lot, right? They
Okay.
look great. Nice. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh. Look at us, little Martha Stewarts.
No, you've come a long way, baby.
We certainly have. So these look so amazing. Oh, yours look even better than mine. Okay, here we go.
Like inside, really rich,
Mmm.
right?
So good.
Oh my god. Fuck off. They're so good.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and teaching us these delicious, easy to make cookies so anybody can do it. I adore you, and I hope to see you more of you again soon.
My legs are jerking. I shuffle and fool. If I don't quit dancing, got a chance at romancing and keep you off of that bar stool.
Willie Houston joined the first Paisley Fields tour way back in 2013, and we've been playing together ever since. You can hear him playing banjo, guitar, and singing on Glitter and Sawdust and Electric Park Ballroom. We wrote and recorded the song Winchester's Gun together, and we've shared countless stages across the country. Not only is Willie an accomplished musician, but he owns and operates his own permaculture farm in southern Kentucky called the Pick and Grin Farm. He's a dear friend, and I'm so happy to have him on the show today. Please give a warm welcome to Willie Houston. Tell us about your farm. It's a permaculture farm, right? And maybe
Yeah.
folks don't know exactly what that is, or can you give us a little insight onto a permaculture farm?
Yeah, man, I'm glad you asked. I don't get asked that very often, but permaculture, yeah, that's one of the terms for it. Regenerative agriculture is kind of the new, term, that the hot term people are using for it. But basically, it just means permanent agriculture. So it's trying to instill mostly native plants as much as possible, except for the annual stuff, for sustainable reasons and things. But
and you grow mushrooms too, which is a really cool way to grow. Like, I didn't know how mushrooms were grown, but you sort of have these like 2x4s that you stack almost like a chimney, it looks like, right?
yeah, man, I like that illustration, the chimney. Yeah, it kind of looks like a chimney stack, but the mushrooms is what got me into permaculture in the first place. I saw them growing wild on a stump, and I was like, well, trying to observe, you know, what's the best thing to do on this property now. So they got me started with this whole, they were thinking that way successionally through the year and planting and growing things that are hardy and native to that area. It's a lot of work getting it all set up, but then like mushrooms are a lot of work, you know, getting them going. But once you do, that whole permanent agriculture in the long run makes it easier. Once you get it all established, then it's mostly about care and harvesting. But yeah, man. So yeah, you either buy the spawn in a bag, or you can save spawn on your own, and you plug like these round logs you can cut up, stack them in chimney, and yeah, you plug holes, put the spawn in, put wax on them. Yeah, man, you gotta, and then it's all science from there, trying to keep moisture and things right.
Hello, I hope everybody's doing good today. I want to thank Mr. James Wilson for having me on this program. I'm proud to be a member whenever I can, kind of deal. This little song I wrote with John Scott Sherrill.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my guests, Willie and Dina, for being on today. And remember, don't be normal. Normal is boring. See you next time.